This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, November 1st.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you said November 1st like it was, well, why?
It's a new month. I'm excited. It's a
yeah,
new
but
moon.
I thought today was all right.
Today's a good day. I'm here with Al, Lindsay, Brandon. I'm Tori. Let's get right to it. The vote on the impeachment inquiry wasn't the only thing that happened in Congress yesterday. Democratic Representative Katie Hill gave her farewell address as well. If you recall, Katie resigned after coming under investigation for having a sexual relationship with a young female campaign staffer, and also after several nude photos of her were leaked. You've got to listen to what Katie said on the floor. Take a look.
I am leaving now because of a double standard. I'm leaving because of a misogynistic culture that gleefully consumed my naked pictures, capitalized on my sexuality, and enabled my abusive ex to continue that abuse, this time with the entire country watching.
So the first things first, the nude photos were a revenge porn type of thing, and we're now being introduced a new bill for that. Second of all, I get that 18 months ago, a new bill passed saying we can't date our subordinates, right? Me Too movement working, right? But it is ironic to me, Brandon, that the first person to get punished after decades of male politicians doing you-know-what to you-know-who in their staff, the first person to get punished is a bisexual woman, a millennial bisexual woman.
Well, shame on her then. Shame on her then, because she should know. You should know that you're already going to be under the microscope because of the type of relationship that you have. But now, 18 months ago, this is officially in the books. Everybody else that did something prior, you know, whatever, you got away with it, your hands are clean, whatever. But when you say something like, I know that even a consensual relationship with a subordinate is inappropriate, but I still allowed it to happen.
She was wrong.
Despite my better judgment, you're no longer a victim when you admit your guilt.
I hear you. She was wrong to date a subordinate. You're absolutely right. She deserved to resign. I just don't think, or some people disagree, but
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if she deserved to resign, and I don't know. I just don't understand like why we're not looking at her as a victim. Like revenge porn is a crime.
She's not resigning for revenge porn, though. She's resigning because she's under investigation by the ethics committee, right? She got with a subordinate staffer. So that's the big problem, that she barely touched on that in her speech on the floor.
But it was the pictures that set all these things in motion.
No, the pictures made her resign, but that's her choice. Nobody told her she has to get out of office, so she made this choice. So if she felt so strongly in her conviction, she should have stayed in her position.
I don't know if that's right. I don't know if we'd be talking about anybody else. If this wasn't politically divisive, if anybody else lost their job because their ex-husband from 6 years ago released nude photos of them, I don't know if we'd be saying she deserved what she got. But she didn't lose her job.
She quit.
But she, I think we can get bogged down in semantics.
No, that's fair. She did.
She quit under pressure. She didn't quit because she wanted to start doing CrossFit.
She quit. No, she resigned because she did something wrong. And a lot of people, she did. She dated a subordinate. It's against the rules.
Yes. All right. Do we want to start firing congressmen and women that do something wrong?
But it wasn't under but it's in the books now out. And it is a double standard. And I understand why you're defending this woman, because I hate the revenge porn part of it. But had it been you, representative of Ohio, and you dated a subordinate and you had to resign, then it'd be the same thing. I would be saying the same thing.
I just think that most of the people that we're talking about right now in Congress that we talk about every day would have to resign had we looked into affairs with staffers.
I agree with that.
I don't think we have enough people on staff to discuss how many people, these old disgusting congressmen.
We're moving on. All right. Is it appropriate for a member of Congress, we're just going to do that for him,
let me harness my cheek,
to show up in costume? So this one's got everybody talking. Democrat Katie Porter showed up for work yesterday dressed as Batgirl. She even tweeted about it, saying, taking my work in Congress seriously doesn't mean I take myself too seriously. To my kids, I'm still just mom. Seeing the bat signal on Halloween and putting on a goofy costume come with the territory. Well, she was slammed by some Republicans for not taking the impeachment vote seriously. Is this appropriate? Now, before we get started, just to show you a video of Katie Porter, not in a Batgirl costume, here she is questioning the consumer finance expert about an APR, something everybody should know if you're in that. Okay, go ahead, take a look.
Ms. Kroeninger, the annual percentage rate, and I'll be happy to send you a copy of the textbook that I wrote, explains that the APR is derived from the finance charge.
I understand that you know well.
Well, my concern is whether you know well.
Okay, so very strong consumer finance protection person, believes in the idea that banks should be a lot more transparent. Is it okay that she went as a Batgirl?
I think it's unfortunate that the impeachment resolution vote fell on the same day as Halloween, okay? Because otherwise, I'm in no position to tell this woman that she can't dress up when I was Missy Elliott.
You were so good.
In a blow-up garbage bag yesterday. I'm not gonna say that. I think that people are multi-layered, have duality. So she's a mom who's fun, but also a hard-hitting congresswoman.
But you were also giving your opinion about the impeachment inquiry, not voting on the impeachment inquiry. So I love
her hand still worked.
Yeah, but at the same time, come on, Al, you're the one who said that you don't want your doctor to be famous. You don't want your dentist to be famous. Do you want one of your Congress people dressed up in the bat suit? I like how she had the bat book.
If we had a Congress full of Katie Porters, we would be in a much better place. I always say this. First of all, whenever you say to somebody, would you like a copy of the textbook that I wrote?
I know.
Why do you even keep talking after that? The argument's over.
Like, burn, 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 burn,
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, she's on, like, she's super sharp. I'm telling you this now on TV. I expect to see her running for president in maybe 4 to 8 years. Like, I mean, she's super sharp.
Look,
Don't run up on her.
I agree with you. And also, is this the worst thing that Congress have done? No,
Yeah.
a lot worse than wearing a Batgirl
You guys are
costume.
picking and choosing where you guys want to be professional when it comes to Congress and our
think Halloween,
representatives.
I
I
want
think
the-
she is super professional. Have you seen her clips?
That
They've
was
gone viral.
that was professional just now. Yeah,
I think a lot of-
I absolutely have too. Yes.
Yeah, she's
But-
sharp.
I think she's a mom and she's showing her consistency.
Now, if she's
kids are
wearing
at
the outfit
school.
today, we have an argument.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm okay with it. All right, so police, we are actually asking you guys for help here. Police are asking for all of us to identify 3 suspects. Watch with me on camera. These guys were caught on camera robbing an armored vehicle yesterday near Denver, which is where we are. Here, you see them pull up, get out of their SUV, guns drawn. Then they rob the armored vehicle and run off with huge bags of money. The getaway car had stolen plates on it. Why it was so brazen?
This is a bold move.
Dude, in
who robs
daylight.
those trucks? And that's like walking distance from my house.
Yeah, really?
So I was like, how did I miss this whole entire spectacle?
Yeah,
But
where
that's
was
so
Lindsay
scary.
when that happened?
Yeah, where
That's
was
right.
Lindsay? Missy Elliott is just running with
All of a
bags
sudden,
of
Lindsay
money.
shows up in a gold Bentley today.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, I
wasn't
honestly,
me.
were you guys surprised at the lack of training or protocol? Like, I thought if you worked in an army car, this guy just turned around and just got on
They
his
had
knees.
armored guns with him. What did
Well,
they do?
he's got a truck full of money. I would expect that they would have some protocol if somebody might want that money in there.
You have to
He
think
had
it's like a
nothing.
bank-
I would have done that.
It's like a bank teller. It's not your money.
Yeah.
It's not your money.
right.
It's your life. Are you gonna die for Brinks?
I thought that those
Look.
cars had on my bumper
that's
sticker
what I
people
thought.
inside of
I
there,
thought
Brandon. They have people with guns inside of those trucks, right?
I think if
Apparently
you're
not.
overtaken by 7 people, you let the money go and
yeah.
save yourself. But DBL Nation, Facebook, YouTube, let us know what you would do, because would you just let them take it or fight the 7 armored men? I don't know. All right, guys, we want to know how much you would have to be paid to deliberately get infected with the flu. Think about it for a second. Researchers are infecting people with the influenza virus to monitor their symptoms and better understand the disease. And they're paying volunteers up to $3,300 to participate. I want to go around the horn. Who here would do it for $3,300?
No,
No.
33,000 maybe.
So no for Lynn's.
Black men in the government doing experiments on us, i.e. Tuskegee experiment.
Hashtag Tuskegee experiment.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one.
I just don't know if, like, we're asking people of the right age demo. I think 42-year-old Al says no, but 20-year-old Al would be like, where is that needle? Give me 2. Give me 6,600. Yeah. I don't know. I think there'd be a lot of people. $3,300 goes a long
Well,
see that.
can you
I
explain
can see that.
Tuskegee really quick?
It's when the government was running tests on and had black men sign up, and they were actually injecting them with syphilis back at that time.
Without their knowledge. There
yeah,
is a
without their
photo.
knowledge,
There you
and
go.
they went and infected their community and all. So, yeah, I think I'd sit that one out. But like you said, Al, 20-year-old Brandon,
Yeah.
I'm right there, right next to you, bro.
That's a lot of money. Let us know what you guys
Yeah.
think. DBL, we are live. And coming up, Hollywood Squares gets a reboot, and host Bob Saget gives me the inside scoop on which famous faces you could see. And you're the viewer. You're our 5th host. We don't pay. Daylight savings time ends on Monday. So are you getting up or sleeping in? We're sharing your comments coming up next.
This November, DBL is better than ever.
We're gonna go with that.
Don't miss a minute of Daily Blast Live.
All right.
Hi, DBL Nation. Happy Friday. Kelly Schubert here with the DBL digital team. I'm tracking all the breaking and trending news for you, and that includes those California wildfires. We are keeping an eye on that for you, and I'll have an update for you later on in Fast Blast. Let's go to the desk and see what's going on with our host this Friday. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, what's going on? How was your Halloween?
You're dead wrong.
It was really eventful. I
You
was
dressed up as Missy Elliott, and that was some good stuff.
I think I put a hole in my costume though because I started deflating. I think
She did start to deflate halfway through the night. I was wondering what was going on. That's okay.
And the fan was still on, but nonetheless, it was $20 on Amazon, so $20 well spent.
Worth it.
I think,
Brandon,
yeah.
how was your Halloween?
And the Katie Porter thing.
What's that?
How was your Halloween?
He doesn't celebrate. He's the Grinch.
You're absolutely right.
The Grinch is for Christmas.
Yeah,
and I love
you're the Grinch
Christmas.
all year.
Are you a Grinch around Christmas?
Absolutely not. I go and I'm like an elf around Christmas. 6'5" elf.
What are you bringing me for Christmas this year, then?
Oh, go ahead. Where's that bag full of nothing?
Oh no!
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question, Brandon? How do you feel about me putting up my Christmas decorations tonight?
Oh, you're doing too much.
No, I love that. I might do it tonight.
I think I'm going to do it tonight.
Well, why, though?
I think I'm
You're
going
gonna do it
to.
tonight.
You need to have some joy in your life.
We still
I think
have
I'm going to
Veterans
take a note
Day.
out of Jeff Schroeder's book, and I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to do
Kelly,
it.
we still have Veterans Day. We still have Thanksgiving. We still have my stepmom's birthday. And then
We don't celebrate as a nation your stepmother's birthday.
And you can also have a Christmas tree while celebrating all those things.
I'm sorry. I love you. I love your stepmom. I'm so sorry.
That was a
Study
very
that we did earlier in the show a couple weeks ago about how Christmas
Somebody ran out of
decorations make you
things to
feel
say after.
happier.
They do.
Lindsay, why not make myself feel happier and put up those decorations now?
And look, I agree with that. I even made mulled wine the other night, which is just warm wine.
did?
Put a little-
You didn't bring me any.
When I was in Germany, they have these like winter festivals, and they heat up their wine and they put like a shot of vodka or something.
Yeah, that would be called mulled wine.
That's what that is?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
But you didn't put the vodka in there.
No, I know. I put brandy instead. That's how you actually are supposed to make
some
it.
cognac.
So again, mulled wine, ladies and gentlemen.
DBL Nation, it's Friday. We've got a great show coming up for you. Make sure you stay tuned.
This November, escape the winter with a luxury included Caribbean vacation to Sandals Resorts. Watch Daily Blast Live every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2. The winner will be announced on DBL November 26th. Stop dreaming and start entering for your chance to win the trip of a lifetime.
Oh, doesn't that sound good?
Yes.
We have 8-degree weather right now, so that sounds amazing. Guys, November, stick with us. It's going to be absolutely insane. Great guests, great stories, some compelling stories and guests in the studio. Welcome back to DBL. Also, it's now time for Fifth Host when we talk about what you're talking about. You're in luck. If you ever wanted more time, Sunday clocks will be set back, ending daylight saving time. So how will you spend your extra hour? Sleeping or making the most of your extra time? Well, experts encourage snoozing because most of us are sleep deprived, which negatively impacts our memory, mood, and immune system, leading to weight gain. So DBL Nation, are you getting up or sleeping in?
All right, Kyle from YouTube says, I'd rather stay out later on Saturday and stall on Sunday, or as I call it, Monday Eve. And I agree, I can sleep until about 2 p.m. anytime. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, she sleeps till like 3.
I can sleep till 3. You know, every time I go home for Christmas break, my mom asks me, am I pregnant? But I'm just not. I just like to sleep.
You're just tired.
Yeah.
I don't think I could sleep till like 10:30. I don't know.
I said, can you come to the gym with me? I'll make it late. She goes, no, it's like till 3 I sleep.
Wow. Oh, okay. Brandon. Oh, what's up, Brandon? From Facebook says, I hate the fallback time change. I could care less about the extra hour of sleep. The workday seems longer, and it sucks when it's dark by 5 o'clock. Yeah, I kind of agree. I get out of here at 6 p.m. and it's already kind of dark when I get out of here. But that's cool because here's the thing, Brandon. Not talking to this Brandon, but talking to you, Brandon, because you're our fifth host. We all still have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. We got to be productive.
Wow, I did not see that Beyonce turn
that
coming.
came out of nowhere.
That was just a sharp turn, no signal or nothing, just right down Beyonce lane.
Wow.
Diamond from YouTube says, I would rather use the extra hour to exercise.
What?
Sleeping in typically makes me feel lazy for the rest of the day.
Oh, God.
No way.
Look, I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm with Diamond on this one because I have to work out. First of all, it helps me sleep better, and I'm going to be thinking about it all day. So I'd rather just get up and get it over with. Tori, you always talk about what is it called, swallowing the frog. Get the thing you want to do least over with at the beginning of the day, and then you got the rest of the day. You already worked out. You can have a cookie or something now. You don't have the guilt.
That's true. And also, I'm glad Sam wasn't here when I said swallowing the frog. She would hate that.
I never heard that before.
It's actually a great theory of get the one thing you don't want to do during your day done first, and the rest of the day is infinitely better.
I think the question is, why would you swallow a frog?
It doesn't make any sense.
Like tequila worm?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I thought it was
that would make more sense, though.
No, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Well, Beth from Facebook says, my birthday is Saturday. Happy birthday,
Happy
Beth.
birthday.
So if I do my birthday right, I'll totally be sleeping in Sunday. I know what you're saying.
Yes. There.
No, honestly, I say sleep. I took a course on happiness, and they said the one thing people don't realize is doing something leisurely for yourself is actually a great benefit to you. So do what makes you feel good. I'll be cross-stitching watching an English murder mystery.
That'll make you go to sleep.
Okay.
You know what? Though? I think I guarantee you, Tori has the lowest blood pressure of anybody in the studio because she does. She's already like 75. So you like have that kind of lifestyle.
As the trick-or-treaters came in, we lit a fire and I was cross-stitching and I was like, trick-or-treat. And everyone's like, it's like 1891 in there. Yeah. It's really bad. All right, cool. Coming up on DBL, discover how a nurse's selfless act saved a life. She's our DBL Superstar of the Week. But first, we're catching up with iconic TV dad Bob Saget. Wait till you hear which comedy legends gave Bob his start in Hollywood. Chatting with the Stars is coming up next.
Especially with this show, like how transparent we're able to be. I think it's the juxtaposition between the look of the show, like we look more newsy, but we can speak more point of view. And generally when you have a point of view show, it trends a little bit more pop looking than news-based, but we are owned by a news organization, which is another strange juxtaposition. A lot of things lined up to make Daily Blast Live happen that have never lined up before, and that's the reason why you're starting to see other versions of shows like us on digital formats, and that this is going to be something that truly thrives. But I think us being owned by a news station or a news group, Tegna, but being able to do what the other panel shows have been able to do, but in a more 360 format has been a big strength for us, and then you guys chiming in, telling us your ideas in real time has also bolstered what we're saying here. So thank you for being a part of this social experiment that's now thriving. Hey.
We're up. Okay, we are live. Lindsay, you got some comments?
Yeah, one comment says, I'll spend my extra hour trying to change the clock in my car, which is like a huge deal because although some phones change automatically, those clocks in the cars most times don't.
And your stove and your microwave doesn't as well.
Right.
And your refrigerator, which mine keeps beeping because I have to change my filter for my water.
Have any of you guys seen Watchmen with Regina King?
Yeah,
Stephen George?
I heard it's
I
really
saw
good.
both episodes.
Oh, Stephen, they've seen it. I haven't seen it. Should I see it?
Yes, it's really good.
Didn't they have Black Wall Street in there?
Yes.
I want to check it out.
Me and Frank Caliendo talked about that on our podcast yesterday.
Okay, I'll watch it this weekend maybe.
It's really good.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yes.
Yeah, and I did.
Today's Sandals word of the day is hotel.
Hotel, huh? Welcome back to DBL. Bob Saget is heading back to TV, this time to host the new game show Nashville Squares. He tells me all about it, plus we take a walk down memory lane to the early days. It's all in today's Chatting with the Stars. Bob Saget, thank you so much for being here. Now, I need to know more about the show Nashville Squares. Is it just like Hollywood Squares?
So do I.
Oh, do you know nothing? Do you know nothing but the country version?
No, I was there. I had been offered Hollywood Squares over the years.
Right.
I had Tom Bergeron, my dear friend. He hosted it. I've been offered Center Square, and they get much better having Whoopi on the rebuttal of the show.
Right,
rebuttal?
right.
No, the reprise.
That's a word. That's a word.
A rebuttal is when you're having an argument against the show.
Exactly.
But the show's got Tanya Tucker on it and a lot of famous country names.
That's
Tina
awesome.
Carter, and got to have Gary Busey. So when there's quiet, he goes honk. You know, he honks like a duck. And then you talk to him. And a lot of comedian friends of mine, Caroline Ray and Bill Engvall and Lonnie Love, Fortune Feimster, and then Ty Pennington if you want to go to Home Depot.
Yes, I do.
And
Yep.
Marie Osmond, who looked really good. I mean, you know from the before and after pictures. But it was just fun.
Now, I want to take it back farther than your Full House days. In your early days, you were mentored by Don Rickles. Is it true that he saw you as a son?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, that was actually in my later days. It was actually after I directed him in a movie called Dirty Work, a Norm Macdonald movie, and then I became really close to them the last 10 years of his life. Wow. But in the early days, Rodney Dangerfield was a real mentor. When I was 24, he put me on his Young Comedian special. And before he passed away, I was in UCLA with him the night before, and he woke up from a nap and he looked at me and he went, "Game show, man, game show."
No way.
Because he was thinking of me like, yeah, it was like, but I've done them before. I did 1 versus 100.
Right.
And that was another one. And then they took game shows off the air completely. They stopped Deal or No Deal and Millionaire because they thought it was over. Guess what? They're back because people want a relief. They want to turn off the news and just not think.
There's a big debate in the comedy world whether PC culture is killing comedy. I did stand up, you know, Rodney Dangerfield, John Rickles, all those. Do you think those guys, their type of comedy, would be okay today?
Well, Rodney Dangerfield's comedy was about putting himself down.
Yeah, self-deprecation.
It was all fast-paced. But I guess Don Rickles wouldn't fly today the same for the younger people because he's poking fun at different nationalities and races, but he meant love out of it.
I know.
There wasn't 1 ounce of meanness in it.
I know.
And people still do it. A lot of times, you know, a lot of comedians, if you're a white guy talking about or a white lady and you don't have any unusual diversity about you, you really can't talk about anybody else. But if you're coming from the underdog point of view, and I was born in the South, Jewish guy.
Yeah, Jews.
So I was persecuted. Did what I did. I got circumcised a few times. Nobody got hurt. I think I did. I'm not sure. But, you know, I just relate to people.
Well, thank you so much, Bob Saget. Check out Nashville Squares on CMT.
Thanks,
buddy.
I want you to pay me for that with Hanukkah money.
Oh, honey, the gelt is coming, love. The gelt is coming. Go Jews. What am I doing? We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm Jeray for the Slay, and today we're talking about how to protect your skin from harsh winter weather. Yes, my friends, I know it's that tragic time of the year where none of us want to go outside. I just want to curl up into a ball with my honey and stay warm. However, life's just not that simple. And with that being said, it's important to protect your skin during these harsh winter months. So I'm here to show you 3 steps to protect your great, beautiful skin and keep it looking fabulous. Now, step 1, switch over to a hydrating primer. I know during the summer we want to block those pores, block that oil, and block all the hydration from coming up. But during your winter months, you actually want to influence a little bit more hydration into your skincare. Yes, my friends, if you haven't noticed, everyone's coming out with a hydrating primer, and that's because we need it to help boost up our skin cells' hydration. Now, this doesn't mean you have to slather your face in oils right away, but a nice little oil might help your skin out a little bit. Now, step 2 is going to be to add a hydrating mask into your skincare routine. Now, we all know I'm a huge fan of masking through the week. You should always mask at least once or twice a week, but maybe you should start switching that mask over into just a simple hydrating mask. One of my favorites is the Super Bouncy Mask from First Aid Beauty. This is a great, easy mask to put onto your skin. Sit back, sip on some wine, honey, and enjoy a nice snow day if you can. Unless you work at Daily Blast Live, where we stay live all the time. It's fun. Now, step 3 is going to be influencing a little bit of oil into your skincare routine. Now, this is going to be super duper beneficial for you to help secure all the hydration into your skin. But you gotta be careful, which means you need to watch our next Beauty Blast video tomorrow to figure out how you can involve some more oils in your skincare routine. For more Beauty Blast info and for more beauty tips, follow me at Jeray for the Slay or right here at Daily Blast Live. We'll talk to you soon.
This November, DBL is better than ever. We're talking with the father of school shooting victim, Kendrick Castillo.
You know, he was my best friend, and he was the love of his mother's life.
A woman finds out her mother's fertility doctor may be the father.
I'm thinking my dad is not my biological father.
Meeting a transgender mountain climber determined to conquer the world.
Took the risk of becoming my authentic self.
And unraveling mysteries in our true crime chronicles. And that's just the beginning of what's happening on Daily Blast Live this November. We never stop talking about what you're talking about. This November, DBL is better than ever. Our DBL hosts get personal in a DBL feud showdown. Erica makes her music video debut.
You got it. Take a deep breath.
Let's do this.
Brandon gets emotional, paying it forward.
You don't want any family to go through that, you know?
And DBL gets fit in our weight loss challenge.
Are you sure you are ready for this?
Oh, yes, I am. And that's just the beginning of what's happening on Daily Blast Live this November. We never stop talking about what you're talking about.
Great November coming up. Now it is time to honor our DBL Superstar of the Week. This is such a good one. Lori Wood is a nurse in Georgia who helped save the life of a patient in more ways than one. 27-year-old Jonathan Pinkard was taken off the heart transplant list because, get this, he didn't have a support system. And one of the requirements is that you need someone to care for you after the transplant. Well, Jonathan's grandmother raised him, but she died in 2012. He'd been in and out of men's shelters all the while struggling with his health. When Lori heard his story, she stepped in and adopted him, becoming his legal guardian. Take a look.
It really wasn't anything that I struggled about. It was just something that had to happen. He had to come home with me.
I'm really thankful. And if it really wasn't for her, that I would not be the person I am today.
Okay, someone's chopping onions in here. Jonathan is doing great now. Lori monitors his medications, takes him to appointments, and is teaching him life skills so he can learn to live independently.
That's awesome.
I mean,
I don't even know if awesome does it. That's a great way to leave start the weekend. Wow.
Happy Friday,
Happy
everybody.
Friday, guys. We'll see you same time, same place Monday. Be good. We're all facing that uphill battle. Bye, guys.
Mm-hmm.